right, let's get into it. Iceman album drop was so wild it involved fans literally attacking a giant ice sculpture in downtown Toronto. Big yikes, but also iconic chaos.
Hey, it's Emma, and I am curious and excited today, like high-key giddy, because when music marketing turns the whole city into a stage, I am there with my snacks and my side-eye just saying.
So, let's talk Iceman. Drake's ninth studio album dropped in 2026, and he didn't just release one, he hit us with three, Iceman plus Maid of Honor and Habibti, all at once. That is not a rollout money, that is a flex.
To get there, he ran a 4-part livestream miniseries across Toronto, Manchester, and Milan, with a Pinocchio character chasing him around like rumors with legs. CTV News and CP24, both Canadian news networks, even co-streamed the finale. When the 6 o'clock news is doing reaction cam for your album trailer, that's a civic event.
Personal story time. Picture this. I'm at a concert years ago, feeling cute and enjoying my overpriced seltzer. The artist team, total pranksters, suddenly drops a surprise announcement about a secret second set in a smaller side room. People bolt, stampede energy. One girl on platforms does a full Marvel stunt roll. Security is like, absolutely not. I'm trying to save my drink and my dignity. In the scramble, a guy near me yells that his phone flew into the mosh and then proposes to his girlfriend 5 minutes later because chaos is romantic apparently. It was unhinged, but the high of that surprise, the collective gasp, the adrenaline, that stuck with me. Drake's Iceman rollout gave me that same feeling at city scale. He turned the tease into theater with the ice sculpture reveal, live stream chases, and that cryptic legacy scrawl in lawn. It's the power of the unexpected. It burns into your brain and becomes lore. Okay, let's move on. What is Iceman ELI5? It is Drake post-feud weather doing a colder, more confrontational, more self-reflective record. The title is layered. Think icy jewelry, Canada winters, athletes like George Gervin, the NBA legend nicknamed the Iceman, and Chuck Liddell, the USC star with the same tag. And yes, Marvel's Iceman, Bobby Drake, known for emotional candor. He is literally named Drake. Kismet moment. No single meaning is confirmed, but the blend of persona, place, and pop culture is the point. In his catalog, it follows his 2025 collab project with Party Next Door, Some Sexy Songs for You, and marks his first solo album era since For All the Dogs in 2023. The bridge from then to now was built with previews, remixes, and world building on those live streams. Singles and tone check. The lead was What Did I Miss, arriving right after episode 1. It set the combative vibe, with bars people read as nods to Kendrick Lamar's 2024 pop-out concert in NBA ties. Quick explainer, Pop Out was Kendrick's Los Angeles showcase that pulled half the lead courtside. Some fans think Drake took shots at players who showed face there. Interpretations are spicy, but unless a name is in a lyric, it is still reading tea leaves. Just saying. Features. A guest list is tight. Future, the Atlanta rapper and Drake's favorite partner in Toxic Harmony. 21 Savage, the coolest Ice collaborator since their 2022 joint album. And Molly Santana, an emerging singer-rapper who, according to The Guardian's Alexis Petridis, turned in an impressive feature. Some teased names did not make it. Playboy Cardi, previewed early by DJ Swamp Izzo, was cut from the final sequencing. Central C, the UK rapper, showed up on a single called Which One, but that landed on Maid of Honor, the companion album, not Iceman. Iterative release strategy, a living tracklist into the last possible second. Production and writing. All tracks are principally written by Aubrey Graham, that's Drake's legal name, which spotlights his curatorial control. Producer Gordo, a club-leaning producer, was brought in during 2025, hinting at trap meets dance energy. Sample-wise, there are two that had critics buzzing. Janice STFU pulls from I Follow Rivers by Lecca Lee, that's moody Swedish pop threading an icy ache into a trap palette, and Make Them Pay contains elements of Free by Denise Williams, vintage soul warmth under sharp bars. That contrast, it's a total vibe. Speaking of those live streams, the rollout played like TV. 4 episodes. Episode 1 was Toronto. Drake drives an Iceman truck, parks at a branded warehouse, nostalgia reels, then performs. He hints at a track people called Supermax, referencing reporter Taylor Rooks, but it did not make the album. Episode 2 is Manchester. Pinocchio chases Drake through the city, and the title card swaps the letter I for Pinocchio's head. Episode 3 is Milan. 4 Pinocchios around a table, one scrawls legacy in red, tosses ice, and Drake confronts 3 of them. Episode 4 becomes a broadcast event co-streamed by mainstream news, teases multiple videos, and confirms the triple release the next day. Tell me why this felt like prestige TV for an album drop.
And then the stunt, a 25-foot ice sculpture in downtown Toronto with the release date frozen inside. Fans showed up with pickaxes and hammers like it was Minecraft IRL. Someone sets it on fire because science, I guess. Police tape goes up.
Finally, a streamer named Kishka, that's a content creator, fishes out a bag with a magazine and a Pachyo-kun pinup, a cheeky Japanese pachinko character, revealing the date. The city looked absolutely unhinged, but I cannot lie, as marketing, that is chef's kiss.
Drama Corner. Leaks and edits. A track later titled National Treasures leaked in snippet form and had a press-a-verse, but that verse disappeared on the final. The song references Toronto Raptors history, DeMar DeRozan versus Kawhi Leonard energy, tying Drake's civic identity to the 2019 title era. Then there is Make Them Remember, which evolved from a leak nicknamed 1AM in Albany and includes disses aimed at Kendrick Lamar and LeBron James, the NBA icon. We love a petty bar, but again, if you are connecting dots, remember that sometimes the dots are vibes, not subpoenas. How did critics react? Mixed but loud. Variety's Peter A. Barry called it the fun and vindictive comeback Drake needed, praising incisive writing and maximalist trap and soul textures. Clash's Joe Simpson loved the vulnerability on Make Them Cry and the bar work on Make Them Pay, National Treasures and Make Them Remember. The Independent's Rosine O'Connor said there are strong songs but flat length, erratic beat switches, and recycled gripes. The Guardian's Alexis Petridis praised the production on Ran to Atlanta, Burning Bridges, and National Treasures and highlighted Molly Santana's feature, but said great moments are adrift amid filler. Translation: if you are a fan, the peaks are slaying. If you are not, the bloat is not changing your mind. Big unanswered question time. What was up with Pinocchio? The BBC Sraj Khan and other commentators read it as lies and rumors stalking Drake post-feud. It tracks. The puppet that cannot lie follows you through public squares and you keep trying to outrun it. Delicious symbolism. But Drake has not stamped one official meaning, so we live in the multiverse. My take? It's about control. You can be the biggest rapper alive, but you do not control which version of you goes viral. The nose grows on its own. So he put the puppet in the frame, turned it into a character, and said, fine, if I cannot kill the rumor, I will cast it. That's a look, and it is smart. We have to talk memes. The HFR podcast account, a parody news handle, posted an AI-generated fake Drake clip months before, then re-upped it when the date went public. Instead of hurting the campaign, it kickstarted the Iceman cinematic universe of jokes. Suddenly, the timeline is full of Airman by Kanye West, Fireman by Kendrick Lamar, Earthman by J. Cole, Weedman by Snoop Dogg, Batman by Travis Scott, Windman by Childish Gambino. Complex documented the whole circus. It mirrors Tyler, the Creator's 2025 cycle, where AI fakes swarmed the feed, and the vibe matched those Italian brain rot 2025 memes, surreal, rapid, generative. Parody kept Iceman top of mind. The memes worked like free billboards. Marketing judo. Love that for them. Zooming out, the triple dab strategy matters. 1, it overwhelmed the news cycle, drowning out skeptics. 2, it compartmentalized sounds and ideas, spreading the risk of bloat across 3 canvases. 3, it let Drake play talk show host in his own universe, using landmarks like Scotiabank Arena and the CN Tower as props. That is how you turn a release into a citywide pop culture pageant. And yeah, it is extra, but extra is memorable. Before we go further, we need to address this: the pressure. Can you imagine orchestrating 3 albums at once while features slide in and out, leaks happen, sample clearances get wrangled, and the whole internet cosplays your title? Smiley, an OVO artist, said Drake was working hard on this back in 2025, and you feel it, agile curation. Which one with Central C jumping to Maid of Honor? That's just how I feel repurposed into Janice STFU. Previews with Yet and Julia Wolf, a singer that did not land on the final. Cash Cobain, the producer-rapper, popping up on Somebody Loves Me P2 as connective tissue from his 2025 Bad Looking Cub collapse, and it kept us watching the people picking up and doubling in the dark. Okay, so what else, you ask? The social stakes. Lyrics tied to Raptors lore and NBA personalities pulled sports media into music discourse. Rolling Stone's Jeffy Hauser and Wrap-Up's Malcolm Trapp both connected bars to older conflicts and the public's appetite to see Drake fumble. When an album turns ESPN into Rap Genius for a week, you did something right, even if it is petty as hell.
Next, we have to tease what is coming. Drake's influence on fashion has been a slow burn and a power play. From OVO uniforms to jewelry choices to courtside fits. Next time, we're diving into how the Iceman aesthetic and no stunts might bend trends this year.
Okay, we covered a lot, from the Pinocchio chase to the ice sculpture siege to a triple album that swallowed the week. In a pop culture world this chaotic, keep your receipts, protect your ankles in the stampede, and keep spilling the tea with me. I'm Emma. Later.